Hello and welcome to the second episode, or second video, I should say, of the Korean with David page, the YouTube channel. So, last time we covered the basic verb sounds and verb writing. Today, we're going to cover the consonants, or just the letters in general. So, if you want to learn how to write in Korean, this is kind of the second most important episode you're going to have to watch. The vowels are definitely most important, but this one you also have to know so you know the sounds. So when reading and writing, it's very important. We are going to start with the first one, which they call Gyak. And this is the first alphabet letter for Korean, and that starts like this. Now, you do have to be careful how you write it, because you want to make sure that it first starts at this point here and comes around and connects down. So when you write Gyak, it's kind of like an upside down L. You just write it this way, Gyak. So if we have Gyak and A, this becomes Ga. So we have Ga, and this is not a K sound, not K. This is only a G sound. So, we have to remember that, if I get this, it's a G sound. So Gyak has a G, like in girl, this G sound is Gyak. It's G. All right? So with Gyak, we said here we've got Ga, but we also have words like this, which is like Kya. You have the G, Y-A-H, Kya. Now, this is not as common as Ga. Kya is not as common as Ga, but we do have to remember all the vowel sounds. So if we remember the vowel sounds, let's get a new post up here. So all the vowel sounds, we've got A, Ya, and then we've got O, then we've got Yo, oh, yeah, O, oh, give me a second here, O, then there's Yo, U, U, E. Now, these are the basic vowels that we've got. So if we put Gyak in front of all of these, we'll change the color here to see. So we've got, this is Ga. Then we've got Kya. We've got Ko. And we've got Kyo. We've got Go, Gyo, Gu, Gyu, Gu, and Gi. Now you can see too, some of mine, it's starting to look like a 7, but in Korean, it's actually still okay. We can still see what it is. So when we see Go, like right here, we've got Go, we know that Go and Gi together is the word meat. So some of them we actually get very easy here. Now, later on, when we get into the other words, we'll be able to combine G, or the G, the Gyak, with other sounds. So, again, G here in girl is the same as G, Gyak. All right? So the next letter we've got is Nian, which is, hold on here, Nian. It's kind of similar to Gyak. So this is that Gyak. This is Nian. But Nian has the N sound. So first, let me get this erased again. So first, when we look at it, we do have Gyak, Nian. the way it's written is very similar. We start here for Gyak, this point here, and we go over 1, 2. With Nian, we start same. We start this high point, go 1, 2, and it's one continuous motion. So L, the capital L in English alphabet, is the same as Nian, the N sound here. And again, if we go through with all the vowels, we want to change this. Okay, if we go through with all the vowels, we've got na, nya, no, nyo, no, nyo, nu, and new, nu, ni. So that's all the different sounds for the basics with N. So this, like we said, is got the G sound. This has got that N sound. Now the next one, we've got digat, which is like a D sound. So ga, na, da, if we go in the beginning. Gyak, nian, digat. Now again, with the digat, when we write it, we actually start this top line first, and then we go down with the Nian. So it's 1, 2, 3. That's how we get the digat. If we go into the next one is lir. And this is kind of the, I want to say, the hardest one to write because of how it's written. We start like this. It's a small Gyak. But after this, we go into this line, and then we finish with the Nian. And this has like an R or an L sound. That's why like 라면 is this lir, la, myeon. But we also can say like ramen. It's same, R. So with these so far, we've got Gyak, Nian, digat, lir. And this Gyak is a G sound, like girl. Nian is N. Digat has a D. Lir has an R or an L. The next one as well we've got is miam, which when we write, we start with the Gyak, then we add the line here and here. So this is like a square, has an M sound. So mama, we'd write M, A, so we'll write it down here. We got ma, and we can do it again. Ma, mama. Now, with all of the different sounds, some of them are not used as often, but it's still important to know because there is a combination of them. So after ma, miam, we've got biap. So biap is written, we got 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line. Now, this one I actually have a lot of trouble writing because usually I'll do like the Nian and then line, line, which is wrong. So we have to remember when we write piap, it's 1, 2, and then 3, 4. This actually has a B sound, but sometimes it can also have a V sound as well, because Korean doesn't have one or the other, but this is most commonly more of a B sound. So we always have to remember B for biap is correct. Next we have shiot, and shiot is this one, and this has an S sound. So as you saw, we've got 1 is this first line, and then kind of the middle down is the second line. So shiot has that S sound. Then we've got ieng. Ieng is a circle, and this is an interesting one because it doesn't have a sound. When it's combined with the vowel, we do get ah, and we get ya. But by itself, there is no sound. So sometimes it can even be like here, we've got young. Here it's got like that G sound. It's like an NG, but here there is no sound. So young, even though we have that kind of N and G sound, it actually has no sound. So this is a very strange letter. But the next one, actually the next two, kind of get confusing because they get mixed around a lot. So we've got here, this is jigut, and we've got chigut. As you can see, they're very similar, but we have this one line up here. So this one actually has more of a J sound, like jumping J, where this one has more of a CH sound, like chicken. When you see in Korea, the neon lights, there is chicken is written there. And we'll see here, we've got chicken. It uses the E with ch, so chi-kin. And it's strange because it's like chi-kin. It's not like chicken. Korean does not have the I, the short I sound. So these two get confused very often. But we just have to remember, when we see without the line on top, it's a J sound, where the line on top is more of a CH sound. Next one is the tigut. And this one has a T sound. So target, ticket, T is T. And it looks like the English E. But don't get it confused. Next one, this is the one that is very commonly used when people are laughing, the Gyak. Because this sound is actually more of like a K sound. It's like k, k, k. So when you see Koreans sending a message to you and they say KKK, do not take it the wrong way. They do not mean the radical group. What they are actually trying to write is k, 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 because that is the same sound that is there. Now, the last two letters we have are, okay, they are, if I can get these erased quick enough. Oh, that's too big. All right. We've got piup. Now, piup is very similar to biup, but this is more of a P or even F sound. Mostly, it's P. Like here we said B, this one is more P. Popcorn is P, piup. And we've got hyup, which is an H sound. Now, when we combine these with all the different vowels, we can actually read it very simply. And when they sing the alphabet in Korea, it's actually not even like a song, it's more of a sentence. We've got only using the ah sound. Ka, na, da, ra, ma, ba, sa, ah, ja, cha, ta, ka, pa, ha. So it's written differently. But we usually focus on these. Now, there are the different vowel combinations. Like when we add this here, this is we, which again, the sound is like here, we. Oh, that should be an H, which means why. So we. But when we write things like 괜찮아요, we've got Quen. If I can stop hitting my button here. Tanna yo. So we've got this combination is same. It's the we sound. So Quen. This actually has more of like a Gwen. And we've got Chan. So Chan. But we see here, it's not Quen Chan ha yo. Quen Chan ah. And then yo. So when we look at Korean, sometimes we have to put these sounds together. So we've got o, a, e. And most of the time, we will see this very commonly is e. Or we've also got, oh, I wrote that wrong. I should have written it this way. E. It's same sound. Same thing, like here we've got ye and ye. These are also same sound here. But when we're writing it here, o e, so ue. That's why we have o e and ue. So 괜찮아요 is written in this way. But what about things like we said before? We've had like 안녕하세요. How do we write 안녕하세요? Well, 안녕하세요 is pretty straightforward actually. When we look at it, we start an. But it continues the Nian here, 안녕. If we didn't have this Nian here, it'd just be 안녕. 안녕 and 안녕 sound is different. Then we've got ha, se, and again we said e and yo. So 안녕 하세요. This N sound even, it sounds more like it's just the iang, 안녕, because the N continues on here. So this we know is hello, but what about this word? This word, we've got sh, I, k. So 음식. 음식 actually means food. If you can pardon this here. 음식 is food. But why do we have this? Is the sound. So 음식. But we also have words 금지, which is like it's prohibited. Prohibit. So like 담배 금지. Let's write that here too. 담배. Oh, and I wrote that wrong. 담배 금지 is no smoking, no cigarettes. Sometimes we just have to think about the sound. If it's just 금, it actually means gold. So each sound we have to be very careful of. Again, when we look back here, we can see all the different sounds. Everything has a different sound. But when we do the combinations make it harder, but we have to think of it simplified. Can everything be combined? The answer is no. Some of them, you might see, do get combined. Oh, there we go. Do get combined, but it's not in the same way. Like here, we can say way, but this way and the other way, which, oh, give me a second here. Things are, there we go. This way and this way, even though the sound is same, the meaning is different. So we do have to be very careful, but the sound we see, ue, but we think we. But if we write it we, this also is different than this one. This is o, e, we, u, I, we. This is why not everything can be combined perfectly. You cannot have like a yue. It doesn't work. It's just not possible with the phonetics. So some, we even have, if my board, here we go. We have ui. Some people think this is also ue. Ui, 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 but not we, but ui or ue. And it all depends on how it's used. It's kind of like the letter, or not the letter, but the word the. Some people say the, some people say the. It's different. So when we read through Korean, if we get the basic sounds, the basic patterns down, it's actually easier than we would think. Hopefully, after today, you guys will be able to read and have a better understanding of how the alphabet and vowels work in Korean. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share the video. You guys know what to do. And if there's anything you want to learn more of, let me know. I've got some plans coming, so hopefully we can get more videos out. But again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. 다음에 봐요.